where we talk about all things girlhood. My name is Sierra.
I'm Leah, and today we have two special guests.
Oh, my name is Christian.
My name is Jeremiah.
And this is Name of Loverboy.
Woo.
Okay, so we're going to start off with just getting to know you guys. If you guys just want to share your personal love story. Not life story. Not life story. Love story. Whatever that means to you.
From which point?
After
From the
middle
beginning?
school.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't do
Middle
middle
school.
school. You don't need to hear all that.
you want to go first, Jeremiah?
I don't mind.
Okay.
Like, what was
say-
love like for you? Like, how has your experience defined, like, love type of thing?
Oh man. So we have two different type of love. You know what I mean? You got family love, then you got relationship love. I'm assuming we go on a relationship standpoint. I mean, I was in like a little relationship, you know what I mean, from 8th grade to like, sometime. And then that went south, you know what I mean? Several times of betrayal, I would say. And then I would say a few months or close to a year later, I found another girl. And so far, we going on strong, you know what I mean? We still going, you know what I mean?
So I will go back to middle school, but I won't stay there for long. No, I mean, it's been filled with, ups and downs. A lot of it I just see as lessons at this point, not to name drop, but at the time, I might have regretted some, but I'm happy that they happened now because it led me to where I am today. And it led me to a certain someone that I eventually did marry. And so I guess looking back at it, there was pain, there was some good stuff that I learned, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, I wouldn't take it back. So I don't know if that answers the question, but that's
good.
that's what I got.
FYI, he married me.
So,
That's my husband.
so we're not name dropping or
Just
anything.
wanted to say. That's it. Okay, so you guys both kind of talked about how, like, your experiences were trying, but they led you to something good, right? So have you, like, did you ever get hurt? Were you the one that was hurt?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was hurt. I would say, yeah, I was hurt. You know what I mean? Hurt people. Right now, I don't hold no grudges at all. You know what I mean? It's calm. Because we was young. You know what I mean? At that young age, you don't know no better. Y'all don't even know what love is. You know what I mean? So, right now, I don't hold no grudges. But back then, of course, I was mad. I was always angry. So, if I were to talk about her, I wouldn't even talk about her. You know what I mean? But yes, I was hurt. And it affects your love. It affects how you deal with love and how you love other people. You know what I mean? And then once you learn how to get over that curve and learn how to properly love, then that's when life will get easier, I would say. You know what I mean?
So did you ever hurt someone?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
When you hurt someone, do you kind of like regret it, or is it kind of like, okay?
I mean, I don't regret it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I regret it. Yes, I regret it.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story, I regret it. Yes.
How about you? Have you been hurt, and have you hurt?
I'll start with the latter, if that's the right way to say that. I have hurt someone. I've hurt people, for sure, but I definitely, one in particular I could think of, I did hurt. And at the time, I didn't I was young, so I thought, whatever, I wasn't thinking about other people's feelings and stuff. So I just did what I wanted to do. I had no care in the world for other people or other feelings. Some care, but I guess not enough. So, because I hurt this person. And yeah, I mean, from then on, I kind of just didn't think much about it. And that kind of leads into, have I ever been hurt? Because it was like, you reap what you sow. And I planted that seed, and I did that to someone else, and eventually it happened to me. And yeah, I was hurt by it. And at the time, it's funny. All I can think about is myself. Like, oh my god, like I'm so sad. Yada yada yada. What was me? But now looking back, actually, even a little bit after looking back into it, I noticed that like I did the same exact thing to the person before. Like I deserve this.
What did you do? What did you guys do to get over it? To get over her?
Well, to get over that hurt, I found different ways to cope with it. Some better than others, I would say. Like for example, during the time when I did get hurt, it was a terrible. The timing of her hurting me was bad. I was not feeling it. Bro, cause like something tragic happened like within family matters, and then next thing you know it, you expecting your girl to be like, yeah, don't worry, I'll be there for you, I'll love you. Next thing you know it, she dropping like, I want a break. I'm done. Dang, like yo, you're supposed to be there for me. So then after that, I was in a rut because you have two things happen back to back, and it's like, dang. But luckily, it was basketball that helped me. You know what I mean? I was playing a lot of sports, so sports helped me because I was staying focused, kept me somewhat straight in school. But as soon as basketball was over, I was bugging. I was bugging, partying, trying to distract my mind from what's actually happening and how to deal with it. And then later on, quarantine. So now quarantine happened. We by ourselves, you know what I mean? Now we're isolated. Now you have to live with yourself, you know what I mean? So now the problems are being brought to light. And then I felt like I had no fuel in the tank. So I'm like, dang, I know someone needs to help me, you know what I mean? And then that's when, you know what I mean? I found the big dog, you know what I mean? God, yeah. That's when I ran to him. And with that relationship first made me stronger than it made me to the person I am today, not gonna lie. For sure.
Thankfully I was saved by the big dog at the time. So I had some knowledge. But I will say the reason why I was hurt so bad, again, I take responsibility for that, is because the girl to me is like whatever the story. It's like a replaceable piece because at the end of it all, I kind of put my foundation in one singular thing that was not Christ. I put it in a person in this case, and I built everything upon that. It was my entire life. And I was a Christian then. I did all the Christian things. I was in church, but like I didn't do the most important thing, which was hold God at the highest of my life. And I put something else at the highest. And it was a rough lesson, and I needed to learn it. But when that came crashing down, I came crashing down real hard. And that was why I was so hurt by it. It was like, oh my God, it's the worst thing at the time. Like, it was the worst thing in the world. Like, oh my God, my life is over. Which now I think is so silly and stupid. But I'm happy that it happened. And what I basically did was I just went on to talk to not as many people as possible, but I try to find as many confidants, people I can trust and just vent to as much as possible. I wanted to call it as little division as possible. And basically I just talked to like my family, like close friends, and just to get the emotion out, not to just a little by little heal. And then I just did that. That was one of the biggest things, besides going to the altar and praying, which was hard because at the time, the church had the person. So it was like, I kind of had to learn to ignore everything with my surroundings and just focus, which was a good lesson, hard at the time, but it was a good lesson to learn.
You guys were heartbroken, so that means you guys were single, right?
Yeah.
You guys were young, but if you could kind of, I guess, answer this question is, what is a newly single man's focus? It could be now, present, older guys, more so older guys, because our demographics are 18 older. Plus, so we want to know what an older guy is, but maybe based off your friends or what you think.
So I was a little older when, I got my heart broken. I was probably right outside of college or first year into college, I think. So I guess it's kind of the demographic. So my first priority was to get over the person, get over those feelings, and that just get over that hump, because I knew that if I tried to jump into anything else, I didn't want to go through anything like that ever again. So I was like, all right, I just gotta get through this, work on myself. That's usually how people put it, work on myself. And after that, when I was like, all right, I'm good, I'm healed, I'm ready to just, see what's out there for me. There was a period where I felt like, all right, like I'll just see what happens. Like if, I get approached or there's some sort of interest here and there, like I'll just pursue it. Maybe I won't. And I did every now and then, like I did a couple things here and there, like a couple dates or just like talking to people. But after, but after those times, I kind of like, I got it out of my system a little bit, and I was like, I kind of want to I don't really want to like waste my time anywhere or anything. I kind of just focused on, all right, I'm working on myself. I'm going to keep it to that, keep working myself, doing what I got to do, focus on my friends, family. And then if the right person comes along, which I'm going to wait to the last second to define or choose or pursue, then I'll do that. But it was going to be basically at this point, instead of just like letting anything in, I was ready to just like, all right, my guard is up. I'm going to be patient and I'm going to be smart about this next one. So,
what do you mean by you would wait for the last second to like define that?
Well, I'm kind of talking out of experience because I guess there are some remnants of pain in that like I just was not ready to like completely let my guard down for anybody. So before it was kind of just like for fun. Now it's like I'm ready to give my heart. So, and the last second is more like I really wanted to make sure that I'm picking the right person. Like if I'm going to take this risk, I know, and I want to give my all. I know that I want to do it for the right person and I don't want to make the same mistake again. So that's what I mean. Like I was just going to hold out and be 100% sure that this is the person I want to pursue.
So like you were talking to her, but you wouldn't give her your heart kind of thing
Yeah,
till the
like,
last second?
Right. I was talking, but I wasn't ready to make it serious.
Okay.
There's some fault to that because like there was a degree of me being hurt that kind of caused that to take it to an extreme. But for the most part, I think the most of it inherently was good. Because it kind of did lead to where I am today, so I guess I was kind of right. So
it could be several different things. You know what I mean? Depending on how that person got hurt. Because I've seen with myself and a lot of my friends, right? Say like right after we would either try to better ourselves. Like for me, in my case, I was in the gym heavy. We're perfecting my craft in basketball. I stopped, so I'm on buns now. That does not matter, you know what I mean? But still, like, that's getting right with yourself, like physically, like trying to look your best, try to clean yourself up. And then I would say if their ego was hurt, then they're gonna try to then next thing you know, they would be toxic. They'll become toxic, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot with a lot of people.
Meaning what?
You
can say it. Just say it. Yeah.
They'll go around with a plethora of different women.
Yeah.
And then and this generation and then past generation, they always count their body type, like their body count type thing. You know what I mean? So, I got the most body count. You know what I mean? Like,
so they go around trying to get their body count up.
That's just to fuel their ego.
Yeah.
Just to make their ego feel better.
Because like a girl hurting them can make them feel very insecure.
Yeah.
And as a man, me personally, I don't want to feel insecure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's a way to feel empowering.
Yeah.
So if a guy goes around getting his body count up, do the friends are like, yeah? Like, are they hyping him up? Like,
it depends what type of crowd he's around.
Yeah. There are different crowds that do that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the Christian crowd versus the non-Christian crowd? Like,
non-Christian
if you were
crowd,
going around getting your body count up, what would Christian say to you?
Christian be like, listen, man, he'll hold me accountable. Be like, that's not the way. You need to focus inwardly, get right with God. You know what I mean? But then you have the other friend group, the worldly friend group. I'd be like, man, them jump numbers. You need to get your numbers up higher. What else? For real, man. They'd be like, oh, you did this and this, but I did this and this. So they always try to one up.
It's like a competition.
Yeah.
Yes, they look at it as like a competition. That is unhealthy, basically. You know what I mean? But basically, just fuel their ego. Or get right with themselves. There's one or two routes. You know what I mean?
So what if he's the one that hurt the girl, and he's not hurt, but he hurt her, but he's single? because they broke up because she's hurt because of him.
Mm-hmm. So if
Is it
he was
the same?
responsible,
Yeah, there we go.
and she was a good girl, you know what I mean? Because we have two different types, you know what I mean? Where she was you know what I mean?
Mm.
If she was in that category, then it wouldn't really matter. I mean, it would matter. It would hurt a little bit, sting a little bit, and it would hurt some more after seeing her with somebody else. But if that girl was like, dang, you know what I mean, like basically wife material, that's gonna hurt a lot. You know what I mean? You sitting there and it's gonna be hard to eat. You're gonna be with feelings, you know what I mean? You're gonna be crying, you're gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be bad. And then better yourself. That's when a person gonna better themselves. Like either they're gonna stay the same, not make no progress, or they're gonna better themselves. Like, all right, the next good girl I come across, she don't have to nothing. She not gonna have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean?
We have some Valentine's Day questions for you guys.
Oh, no.
These are a little bit more fun. So, as a guy, Valentine's Day is always really hard to shop for guys.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people usually make it about girls, but you guys are special too.
Yeah,
of course.
So we want to
It's
know.
for you guys too.
Yeah. We want to know, like, any gift ideas that you would like for Valentine's Day, or like what guys would like.
Socks. It's like, do not give that man socks, man. Do not give that man
Christian's
socks.
like,
Yeah,
Unless they're like Adidas black
No,
socks,
no.
low cut.
Christian, no.
Those are good.
Socks. We're getting out of that. Get them
taking them.
multicolored. Nah. Get them away from socks. All right, no socks. That's
Okay.
it. All 2024, no more socks. Whether that's for Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthday, does not matter. All right.
Okay.
You can either give them cash. You know what I mean? If you
Okay.
don't know what to give them, cash.
In a card?
A card.
Do you
Doesn't
care
matter.
if
Visa.
there's like a cute note in it, or you don't?
Cute note. They'll read it, but not gonna lie. 9 times out of 10, they'll keep it for a few, and then they're gonna.
You
lose
throw
it.
out the gift.
No. I keep it.
Okay.
Don't worry. You know what I mean? I keep
Do you
it.
keep yours?
I read it.
I've kept them in the past.
You lost.
You lost
them.
No, I have most of them. I do. I still have their card
I don't
swab
really
in
give
the
them
car.
cards anyway.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Either cash, but that's Visa or just straight money. Cologne is amazing.
But how do you know what scent he likes?
Go on
It's
TikTok.
a scent that you like. If you like the scent,
Ah.
they'll most likely like to wear it. Obviously.
Sure.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's true.
That's
From
what-
experience.
Yes. Yes. Don't buy $100 scents unless they like it.
Okay.
What do you think?
So I think that you could do two things, right? Because Christmas is like what?
Oh, he talking to you specifically. You know what you can do, right?
I'm talking to the audience.
Don't look at me.
Christmas was like what, 2 months away? I mean, 2 months before, right?
Uh-huh.
So everyone's got their lists that they had created. I can guarantee not everyone got everything they wanted, and most times guys definitely don't get everything they wanted, which is fine. But Valentine's Day is a chance that you guys can go back to that list and see what he clearly already wants, and that's something you can just get off the rip right there.
No more socks.
Yeah, if you don't want socks. As a guy, you kind of accept the fact that, for the most part, those type of holidays are your responsibility, but you kind of enjoy it. You take it on and you're like, all right, I want to give them something. I want to make them feel special and all that jazz. So, you don't really expect anything in return, but that's what makes those type of gifts like even better, because you don't even expect it, nor do you, see it coming. So you get something, even if it's like, I don't know, like a bay basket, not a boot basket, bay basket.
Valentine's Day is Bay Basket.
A bay
Halloween
basket.
is Boot Basket.
A bay basket. Then it's like, oh, this is really nice. Like I didn't expect to get anything. So like, it doesn't have to be like artsy, spartsy stuff, but as long as it comes from you, like it's gonna be like, oh wow, I did not expect this.
So you guys wouldn't like the chocolates and the heart, because I didn't hear you say that.
I mean,
Because that's what's all.
Would you eat it?
like
Majority of the chocolates in there is nasty.
yeah, exactly. It
They are.
depends. If you got like Ferrero Rocher or what's the other ones like
Oh, that little.
Lints. Lints are really the balls.
Yes.
I love those.
Those are busting. Yeah.
Those are good.
Those are busting.
Like, but those aren't the heart shaped ones. Like
Yeah.
you got to get good chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I guess that's where we differ. Most guys and girls differ. Is that girls will see that and like love the heart and like because it's a gesture.
Yeah.
It's a prettiness.
It's
But
aesthetic.
a guy, it's like, yeah, you got me something really cool and nice. It looks nice, but what
What can I do with
what
it?
use is
Yeah.
it for me? There's no functionality to it. So
So
like,
functional gifts.
yeah, something that we can
Functional.
actually use
We can use
or enjoy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a guy, is it more important for you to be the one that takes out the girl? Or do you want to be taken out sometimes too?
The only time I ever get behind the girl taking the guy out is on the guy's birthday. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So you
that's good.
never want your girl to take you out on Valentine's Day?
Mhm.
On
What if-
Valentine's Day.
What if you forgot about Valentine's Day and she just planned the whole thing?
How you gonna forget Valentine's
I don't know.
Day?
Some guys forget.
Do better.
Yeah, do better.
Every Valentine's Day, do you think it's necessary to ask your girlfriend or your wife to be their Valentine?
The question is, what do you think of when you think of love? Without any context, what do you think of it?
Forever.
Okay.
Patience, patience, kind, forgiving. Yeah.
Okay.
Love. God is love. You know what I mean? So once you know God, you know what love is.
Mm.
Okay,
You know what I
that's
mean?
it.
It's facts though.
Okay. Do you guys, or did you have a dream wedding?
I mean, the wedding in general that it was happening, that's the dream. Besides that, it's kind of like whatever.
So you never
Like you never thought
of
about your wedding growing up?
Me personally,
Mhm.
not really. I mean, like I said, I thought about who would I be marrying, like the woman, the girl. Thought about that a lot, but not what was happening around.
We asked because, we put down that a lot of the times girls like fantasize about love in terms of like weddings and, the dream wedding day, their
Dream boy.
dress, the dream boy, the dream family, like
dream date, dream
Yeah.
house.
It's hilarious. I agree with it because let's go. A girl, she talks about some. You better cry when I'm walking down the aisle. I am not the type of person to cry for a person walking down the aisle, right?
Oh, she looks beautiful.
She look beautiful, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, you know what I mean? I probably joke a little bit, you know, like, what? I might crack a joke, but the last thing I'll do is probably cry. You know what I mean? Honestly, and it's not me being disrespectful,
No.
me not
the way
showing
you
that I don't.
process.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not saying that you're ugly. You know what I mean? You look beautiful in the dress. You're gonna know because I'm gonna scream out, "Damn!
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
right.
gosh!" You know what I mean? I'm that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
shedding a tear, nah.
That's the way you show your love.
Yeah,
You hype her up.
I'm a goofy person.
You cried.
I sweat from my eyes.
Yeah. Christian, you cried, man.
It was like 200 degrees. Yeah, I cried.
Aw.
I cried, but you know what? I said the same thing you did.
You did?
Yeah, I said I'm not gonna cry. I said I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna do this and that.
I didn't cry.
I even thought about that.
I didn't cry.
I cried, but like,
She
Oh,
wanted to
why'd
get out
you
the
cry,
dress.
like-
okay, I don't, cause I was thinking the same thing. Like I'm usually a lighthearted, like smiley, goofy person. Like I enjoy to laugh and I do cry. Like if I saw specific movies, I do cry. As I got older, I tend to cry a little bit more. I don't know why, but at the time, I guess it's because I don't know, like seeing everyone walk in, all the people we care about, stuff like that. Family, seeing everyone dressed up, and just like this is it. Like the accumulation of everything we worked on, everything I worked on, everything you and I went through, like your past, my past, like all that stuff. Like I guess that's why I cry in movies. Like you see a character go through all this stuff,
Character development.
and then the arc, and then it just finishes, and it's like wow, like you just kind of have to cry. Like that was beautiful.
True.
Yeah.
Were you nervous to get married?
Yeah.
Nervous for like the rest of your life with Leah? Or like even if it wasn't Leah, sorry. But like just the rest of your life with a woman. You know what I mean?
Was I
Because some guys
nervous?
are like skeptical of that.
Yeah.
Right, like committing to
One
Yeah.
person, yeah.
Like,
And
how can
you were so
actually be
young
happy?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it depends on the person. Like, I guess I was tired, again, of wasting time.
Mhm.
So I really wasn't nervous. I was more excited because, like, I just wanted to find my lane and just run with it. And
Mhm.
once I found that, that's why I was so, like, careful when it came to you. Because, like, or anyone really, right? But you specifically, of course, obviously, in this case, and now. But is that because I knew the moment I let the floodgates open that I knew, like, I was going to give it my all, everything, all my effort, all my, like, heart, everything. Like, I was just going to go 100%, 200%. with all that said and done, I think the nervousness was then.
Mhm.
Because once I commit to that, that's when like, all right, that's it. I don't mind what happens after. As long as I know this person's my wife, I am not nervous for anything beyond that. As far as like commitment, staying with you, blah, blah, blah. But that's why it was so nerve-wracking to decide on that.
Mhm.
Because I knew like, some people just kind of like get married to anybody.
Yeah.
Like people can make those mistakes and God bless them, they make it work out. Good for them. But like, I didn't want that. I didn't want to waste my time with nothing. Like I wanted to make sure I was making the right choice. So that's why I was so particular, so nervous for taking this risk. Because you never know. You can do all the calculations, you can do all that. At the end of the day, it was never any of the thoughts or the calculations that kind of led me to that decision. It was just my heart. Like I just wanted to take the risk for you. That was really it.
So there was a lot of questions submitted
The girls
about
want to know.
girls have been hurt and they just want answers.
Mhm.
Rightfully so. They probably never got answers and didn't understand it. So maybe you can help them.
Mm-hmm.
Why do men play?
So women, right? The reason why a guy you like is playing with you right now is because one, he's not trying to take you serious. You know what I mean? So if he's not trying to take you serious, stop it. That's enough. You know what I mean? Don't go back.
Mm.
Two, he's not fulfilled in himself, and he's trying to find different desires in different women in different areas, right? Or he don't got his priorities straight. You know what I mean? But as of bouncing around from women to women to women, like I said earlier, you know what I mean? He's not fulfilled himself. You know what I mean?
So you could be a good woman, but she's just not for him. So he's gonna just keep playing around, kind of thing. Or he's not.
Or he's not good for her, really.
He's not good. Yes, he's not good for her. If you are a good woman and he's still playing with y'all, like that's not a good man. Or he's not ready. He's not matured yet. You know what I mean? Because he probably still has some turmoil in himself that he needs to. You know what I mean? Needs to heal.
Yeah.
And needs to patch up. You know what I mean? Because I go by that saying a lot. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? Like.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why a girl I previously dated hurt me because she was going through a lot in her life, you know what I mean? So she was trying to find different desires and different things, you know what I mean? And she was going through it. I was like, all right. Now, looking back at it now, like you was hurt, you was going through it. You needed outlets, you need different love and attention, and you probably couldn't find it just from me. Did I like it at the time? Heck no. You know what I mean? I was like, nah. But me maturing up, I see that now. You know what I mean? Doesn't feel good at all. And ladies, if you're a guy that you're talking to is playing with y'all, dead it. It's simple. I mean, it sounds hard, but like 5 years from now, you're not going to think about it. I promise you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, especially in this day and age, it just comes down to the problem that all men have in this world, and it's lust. Lust for something that they can't have, lust something that they want, and they want everything at the same time, and they try to have it. And I think that's the bottom line, especially this day and age when you have access to see anything you want and everything you want, and even apps that allow you to do certain things and see anyone you want. You basically have a big problem of a perverted mindset, in a sense, like a twisted mindset of who a woman is. Is it a person? Is it an object? Is it something I could just play with and put away when I'm done? Or is it something like maybe they just get bored of the person? Maybe it doesn't have to do with just this lust after sexual stuff, but lust after like this person's really fun and exciting to me. And then you were with them a long time and you're like, all right, this is boring. On to the next. And sometimes they just, like I said, they like what they have. Like I like you, but then like they also want a little something that they don't get from you from someone else. And so they try to go to someone else, and then they go to someone else. And so they're trying to fulfill, like he said, stuff that they themselves, they desire, or they hurt, they're lost, something. They're feeling voids, they're feeling this and that. And I think that's just what it is, like a poisoned mindset that kind of like degrades what they see as a person and relationships and all that.
Are you careful with your girlfriend before you met her?
Careful?
Like, are you careful, like, with your lustful thoughts and those kind of things.
Yeah, you gotta take ownership in that. You gotta know, all right, I do have a problem. I need to take care of it. I need to squash it ASAP. Not only for her, but for yourself too. You know what I mean? Because that's a dangerous route to go, and it's unfulfilling and like very, I would say, like a narrow and shallow path to go through. Coming from a past relationship standpoint to like having a whole not 360, a 180 of a different relationship like that I used to have. It's more fruitful, like not when you don't indulge in different activities, you know what I mean? Whereas my past relationship was built on nothing but lust, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was terrible. And as you know, it led to hurt, you know what I mean? It led to nothing but hurt and pain. But whereas once you change that mindset and look at what a relationship is, then, and you know how to do it the right way, then it's something to work towards. It's an end goal, and it's like I said, it's fruitful. And there was like a little thing I was thinking about what Christian was saying. Like there was it's a weird topic. So it was like there was a gorilla, right? He was holding an egg. I've seen a video on TikTok.
Okay. Yeah.
He was holding an egg, but he was like being so gentle with it, right? He didn't want to crack it, break it, or nothing. But he was staring at it. He was walking like this. You know how gorillas walk, really. But he had the egg in his hand the whole time. He didn't want to crack it. He didn't even squeeze it like this. He didn't hold it like that or nothing. Like he was holding it like this, being gentle. When he was climbing, he was holding like this, keeping his eyes on it the whole time. He didn't want to hurt it not one time. That's how I viewed. Dang, I was about to name drop. That's how I viewed my lady's heart type of thing, right? Because you don't want to drop it. You don't want to do the wrong thing. Granted, I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna thrive and I'm gonna strive to be the best I can. You know what I mean? To not mess up on it.
So you're careful with her heart. Now you're careful with her heart.
Yeah.
That's interesting because, like, so you're saying that, like, when you switch your mindset, right? And obviously that probably happened because of Christ, right?
Amen.
That, like, when you find someone whose heart you do want to be cautious with, that you really want to take extra care for, and that you really love, it's kind of like the choice to love that person overpowers the temptation
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some tips you guys would give your little sister about dating?
Which you both have a little sister.
Yes, so it's critical.
And they might be watching. So
and they will be dating. One is dating.
One is about to get married. One is going to
better not be dating.
One is going to date, and one is about to get married.
Yeah. If I were to tell my little sister, and I have said this before, I'm pretty sure in various moments, don't rush to dating guys. Enjoy your youth, guard your heart, and work on yourself, because the time will come when you will find the right person and he comes along, and he will. But until then, again, guard your heart. I think that's one of the most important things, guard your heart. Like, don't just let any rando just have your heart in their hands so they can just crush it and destroy you, or leave you, in pain for like a year or 2 years, and then you waste that time. Like, there's guys out there who are, like I said before, willing to hurt people and not care about them. And I guess when I say guard your heart, it's also be wise. Like, be careful who you're letting in, who you're letting talk to you, or you talk to, who you're like letting, play around or whatever. You have to be wise of that, so you know that, they're not going to hurt you. You don't have to go through nonsense like that. I didn't read my notes. My goodness. Yeah, so don't rush into anything, because 90% of the guys that hit on you or initially think you're cute aren't right for you. And it's just not worth putting your time in. You're better off focusing on your family, your friendships, the things that will actually last you forever, right? And once you have that foundation set up, and obviously yourself, once you have that set up, then you could start thinking about dabbling in this and that, or if the right guy comes along, right? But I say that as a protective brother, because I don't want you to get hurt. But in reality, if we're talking real talk, people, you learn from your past. You learn sometimes from the best. You learn the best from your mistakes. That's just how it is. And sometimes when you get hurt, it leads you to points that get you to the right place where God wants you to be, or when you find the right guy. So I say that as a protective brother, but now as just a person like who went through that, right? Like I went through a lot of heartbreak here and there, but like I said before, I don't regret it because it led me to where I'm supposed to be with, my wife now. So, and that's something that, it's priceless. You can never ask for more. So don't be afraid to take risks, I say it's like one or the other, like you just have to have wisdom, guard your heart, but also don't be afraid to go out there and, talk to the person that you might think be a potential great guy. Like, you might make some mistakes, but you'll learn from them. So it's like, don't be afraid, but also be smart. I don't know.
No, with me, man, what he said, enjoy your youth, live it out. I mean, don't rush into nothing that will end up ultimately getting you hurt.
Mm.
You're smart, so you should be able to know when a person is doing wrong things to you or has the intentions of doing wrong things to you, but if you're being fooled, just come to me or your brothers, we'll help you, we'll guide you, we've got you, guard your heart, definitely guard your heart, but don't guard your heart too much to where it's changing your personality of being the loving person you are, because you are a light, always stay a light, you bring people together, so continue doing that. Don't feel like you have to be everybody's protector, because I know how you is. No, you're not the peacemaker, all right? You don't gotta be a peacemaker. You don't gotta look at a person and be like, I need to help that person. No, that is not your responsibility.
Yep.
Let him go through that. Let him go through his own trial. You focus on your trials and your family's trials. You know what I mean? Don't try to fix a person. That's not your job.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I love you, man. You know what I mean?
Jumper, you over.
I love you.
My sister, she was like, okay, me too.
That was actually, before we go to that, that was so cute to watch. Because, you could tell that you were literally thinking about your sister and how you were talking. It was just so, both of you, it was so stern. Because it's I'm your older brother. But it was also so, nurturing and gentle. And, you could just see that it comes from a place of, care. So these tips come from
the
care,
heart.
from genuine care.
Yeah, facts.
That was cute.
And say if you need an older brother, rewind that, watch it again, and just take it in.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to you too.
I don't have an older brother, so thank you.
I also don't have an older brother, so this is good for. I mean, I'm married, but so I guess I'm fine
You
now.
don't
But
really need the tips, but it's fine.
But if you don't have one, it's fine. You can take these.
Okay, so what is an absolute no regarding a female? Your non-negotiables. Red flags.
Don't even get me started, man. Argumentative. I don't think that's a word, but I'm gonna make it a word now. Where you can constantly seek to argue instead of communicating together and trying to squash the problem. That caused a lot of division and a lot of stress too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but I dealt with that at a young age, and quite frankly, that is not fun. It felt like I had baby mama drama. I didn't even have no baby. Why am I going through this? But that and not being, I would say, conservative. Say if you're too out there, not only physically but mentally, you're always sharing. You're oversharing about personal things, always gossiping and venting. Venting is good, but when you overshare, it could be dangerous for yourself.
Yeah.
And physically, as in bikini pictures, you're out there. You know what I mean? You going to the corner store wearing, crazy things. Granted, there's a fine line. You know what I mean? There's a fine line where it's okay, I'm not trying to be insecure, but, I would appreciate it if you do. I don't know why females be why are you trying to control what I wear? You're just being mad insecure. No, I'm just being smart. You're not, if a guy would have walked down, he can be like, dang, what's that?
What's
we don't
that?
we don't want that.
You gotta fight him.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's a no-go. We're not being insecure, we just being logic here. You know what I mean?
Protecting
Like,
her.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want my wife to go around walking with her left cheek out. And it's like, bro, come on now.
So you don't want guys looking at her?
My girl's beautiful. I don't care if they look at her. But once you present yourself in a certain manner, like you're being disrespectful to yourself, then that's showing a little respect for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I agree with him. I'll add, so for me, biggest no's, and I just say that from personal experience of like stuff that just grinds my gears.
This really grinds my gears.
is victim mentalities. I loathe victim mentalities. And I could go on all about what it looks like, what it's this and that. But if you don't know what it looks like, then maybe you do. no. But it is something that I hate so much. Like, woe is me. Like, it's always I'm the bad, or I don't even know how to describe it.
People hurt me. People hate me.
Yeah, and then like everything is like I don't even know how to describe it. There's so many examples, but yeah, you're just always the victim in every situation. And that it's a broader term for like brattiness and being spoiled and like not being grateful for what you have. Expectations expectations in the sense that like you're
entitled.
Yeah, and there we go. Entitlement. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
I loathe that stuff. I really, really, really just like I can't stand that. I think it's just so annoying. It's just like it's very immature, right? And like I see that, and you can automatically tell. All right, that person is a long way to grow.
Yeah,
just instantly. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Long way to go, a long way to grow.
Yeah. So that, and I would say an inability to have humility. Everyone has pride. Everyone wants to argue, right? Every couple argues. That's normal. Like I have my side, you have my side. I'm going to defend my side, you're going to defend yours. That's fine. But if there's an inability, like completely no way that person, that girl is going to say, I'm sorry, or take accountability for anything, ever, then that's a big red flag. Like, yeah, maybe sometimes like you get upset, right? And like you defend your case, blah, 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 right? Yeah, there's going to be times like that. Like we all have our own little pride sessions. But then, there are also going to be times where we apologize. I apologize. You apologize. But if there's none of that ever, then that's you can't. You can't. That's a person that needs a lot of walls and chains broken in their life. And they need to work through a lot of stuff if they can't say sorry for something or take accountability for something they did wrong. That's just a part of relationships. If you can't have that, you're just asking for trouble down the line. Just a lot of trouble down the line. So that's the stuff that kind of gets me. So yeah, that grinds my gears. Yeah. Anyway.
Does religion have anything to do with that? Like in terms of, does religion matter for your like a red flag for a girl?
I want to be equally yoked with mine. You know what I mean? So say if we're serving two different, like, there's only one God in my eyes. You know what I mean? So if you're serving someone else that's going under a different law, you know what I mean? Then obviously there's going to be some friction. We're not going to see eye to eye to some things, you know what I mean? Granted, we probably have a lot in common. We like the same food, same snacks, so on and so forth. But when it comes to the root problem and where our foundation is built on, it's going to crumble, you know what I mean? Like if the relationship itself is built on a sandy foundation, it's gonna crumble so hard. Whether that's now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, anytime. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So I want somebody that's gonna be on the same foundation as me, same wavelength, equally yoked, surrendering both to God, and basically just know truth. That's it. You know what I mean? Because when there's truth, that's where it's very fruitful.
Any last words, tips, wisdom you'd like to share to our Name of Podcast audience?
ladies, all right? Because I know it's a lot of ladies watching. If you guys are talking to a guy and have guy issues, send questions, all right? Call for help, all right? These ladies will help you. And if they can't help you, they will bring people to help you. You know what I mean? To talk to you. Like, I have a lot of wisdom. You know what I mean? I help a lot of folks. That goes for my cousins. You know what I mean? I help them out since they're ladies. You know what I mean? I give them the real, the raw, the authentic. You know what I mean? Authenticity. I don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? They don't sugarcoat nothing. They will tell you what it is. Simple as that. So just send y'all questions and let's go from there. Type. You know what I mean?
Guard your heart. Most guys are rats. So you have to. It's your job to decipher or sift through who is and who isn't. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gems out there, but you're also going to find a lot of dirt. So just be wise and don't just jump into anything, and don't think you can't jump out of anything too. So.
Thank you guys.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Say that again.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming onto our podcast as our first ever guest.
Thank you for having me. I'm flattered. You know what I mean? When you guys get bigger people here as well, don't forget us. You know what I mean? Like,
can't forget you.
Better not forget.
You'll never see me.
I actually can't forget them either, so.
Yeah. We'll never forget that. Yeah. Thank you guys. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's